Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tim Meyer from the Mitt TV, and tonight we're at a very prestigious event, the 21st Annual Emma Awards, put on by the Northern Macomb Regional Chamber of Commerce, and its director here, executive director, Kelly Stevens. And Kelly, what are we going to see tonight? What are we looking forward to tonight?
You know, the 21st Annual, this is always such a great event that we get to recognize leaders in our community, chamber members, for their outstanding service to the community and to the chamber. We love laying a surprise on somebody, and our big award every year is the Lifetime Achievement, which is top secret.
And you're not going to tell me?
I am not going to tell you.
Well, let me guess now. Is it me?
No, Tim, it's not you.
Oh, okay, well, all right, well, forget it then. No. What else is planned for tonight? You have a dinner,
We have dinner, we have raffle baskets, we have 50-50, we have Sean Earl in the Romeo Gold studio playing music here. It's just, you know, it's not a working event, it's a social event, so it's just fun to get the members together and socialize.
And I saw some familiar faces from last year's Emma Awards. These are mostly people from around the Romeo Bruce Township area in Washington?
Well, you know, the chamber, we have rebranded. We went from the Romeo Washington Chamber of Commerce, and in July 1st, we changed our name to the Northern Macomb Regional Chamber, where we have expanded into the Richmond, Lenox, New Haven area. So I do have a lot of Romeo Washington people still coming here, but we're new to this, so we're hopefully going to get them to come next year.
And how is that going, that expansion?
You know what? It's awesome for the chamber. In September and October alone, we had 44 members join.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So the goal was, you know, the chamber was hit pretty hard during COVID, and before COVID, we were about 320. We went all the way down to 240, and we have backed ourselves back up to
240 members.
Yes, to almost 315 right now.
So you're getting back.
We're getting back to where we were.
Well, that's excellent.
Yep.
Well, stay tuned for more from the Emma Awards. And I'm here with Debbie Cisco, and Debbie is the administrative assistant for the Northern Macomb Regional Chamber of Commerce. And I understand that you're going to be retiring after this year.
I am.
Tell us all about that.
I decided back in the September that it was time to retire, kind of pass the baton on to somebody younger. My husband and I have decided that it's time to travel. So,
Where are you going to travel to?
Christmas Day we leave for Austria. My daughter lives there, so we'll be visiting there, and then we're going to Gulf Shores next spring, and then Port Austin on and off through the summer.
Maybe I'll tag along.
The more the merrier.
That's what all the girls say. Tell me, what does this Emma Awards mean to you? What is it like? What meaning does it have in your mind?
It's a great way to honor our community and our chamber members. I've been doing this now for 18 years, and it's just a fun event. And I love to see all the surprised faces when the recipients realize it's their turn to get the award.
And last year, I think it was Romeo Family Diner.
Yes, it was.
And everybody knows them. Everybody goes there to eat in Romeo, anyway. What did that mean, like when you saw their faces?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, I always watch from where I'm sitting to see what, you know, when they realize that it's them getting the award. And like I said, I've been doing this for 18 years, and it's always just so great.
Well, Kelly told me I'm not getting anything tonight.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not the first time I've been shut out. What do you think? You ever going to come back to this after you retire?
You know, you'll see me around. I'm not going away. I'm going to join the chamber with my small business. My husband and I do stained glass. I'll volunteer at the different events and maybe become an ambassador. So I live in Bruce, so I'm around Romeo all the time.
Yeah, so that's good. That's at least you're, you just can't sit around and rot. I know you're going to travel a little bit, but that'll get exhausting after a little bit of travel. Nobody knows more than me.
Yeah.
And
right.
You'll get back, get a chance to get back home and maybe, continue with the great work that you do.
I will. It'll be different, but I think it'll be good. My husband's been trying to get me to retire for a lot of years, so he finally won.
He finally won. Well, I'm never going to retire, so don't worry about me. What you want to worry about is us coming back to see more of the Emma Awards. I'm here with Joe Warden, the president of the North Regional, Macomb Regional Chamber of Commerce here. And Joe, I understand that this may be the last time as president.
Yeah, my time is dwindling down here. We go in 2-year terms, so this is the end of my second year, and I think this will be the last event that I'll be leading. So, but it's been a great run, and glad to do it.
And what were some of the most rewarding things of being the president?
I think really it comes down to living up to our mission and helping our local businesses. We do so much for that, and we've really made great strides this last year by expanding our area, having our strategic plan in place, and rebranding to become the Northern Macomb Regional Chamber.
Is that probably the most satisfying thing out of your 2 years?
I think so. We're meeting a lot of good folks from Richmond and Lenox townships, and it's just going to make the chamber stronger going forward. We've even got some new leadership that's come onto the board, and they're dynamic. They're young. It's really going to help us in the future.
So we can expect greater things from the Chamber of Commerce, right?
Yes, for sure.
Again, is there anybody that stands out that really helped you during your presidency?
Well, I got to give a lot of credit to our staff. So Kelly and Debbie, they're amazing. We're really going to miss Debbie with her retirement, but we have hired 2 new staff to replace her, and they're going to be awesome.
It might take 2 to replace her, huh?
I believe it, yes. Yeah.
Well, she says she's going to Austria to yodel.
Yeah, she goes over there, and yeah, she has a great time. She's got family there, so I envy her. I'd like to do that too.
What's next for Joe Warden?
Well, I remain on the board as the past president, and I'll stay active. I'm a banker locally here in town, so I'll be doing the same work I have been.
Excellent, Joe. Well, best of luck to you after this term, and enjoy the Emma Awards.
Thank you.
Back at the 21st Annual Emma Awards, and I'm with a familiar face.
Hi, good evening. Elizabeth Miller, it's nice to see you.
I know, you're familiar.
Yeah, well, a little bit.
So what's Elizabeth Miller doing now?
Oh, a little bit of this and that, but really just in here to enjoy the Emmas tonight and here supporting friends and businesses and, just constituents around, which is really nice. It's a beautiful night.
Who do you look forward to seeing tonight?
Oh boy, who do I look forward to seeing tonight?
Besides me.
Besides you, yeah. I'm really excited to see what the chamber is doing, especially spreading in through to Richmond, and so becoming the greater Northern Macomb chamber is really exciting. So I'm excited to see all those new updates and welcome their new staff. Elizabeth, I forget her last name, but she's here tonight, I know, and Madison Roush, who of course used to work for me. They're doing fabulous stuff with, of course, under the direction of Kelly Stevens, which is she's an amazing director for the chamber. So yeah.
And where do you think you might be going or headed with your talents?
Oh, I don't know. To be determined. Stay tuned. That's about it.
Well, I hope you have a fun time tonight.
Thank you.
And I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too.
Well, thank you. And a Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year. Absolutely. Happy holidays.
Okay, we'll be back with more of the Emma Awards right after this. I'm with Mark Mulberg of the Henry Mulberg Funeral Parlor. And Mark, how many times have you been to the Emma Awards?
This might be number three or four. Yeah, not a ton, but I've been here before.
Yeah. And tell me, are you looking forward to the evening tonight?
Absolutely. They're going to be honoring my father, which we've been in business 38 years. So it's a good thing. We got the raffles. He's excited. Music, good food, and yeah, my brother and sister are here. They come from out of town, so yeah, it should be a good night.
Well, I've heard some good stories from Tom Stevens about the golf league that they used to be in. They're pretty good. Is he still playing golf?
Yes, Monday nights out at Heather Hills and Bruce Township is his golf league night. So the Romeo League, I guess, kind of moved out there.
Well, did you, you don't play golf, do you?
No, I do not. It's kind of a joke. I've never been on a golf course. So, never.
Well, you're on one now. Did you know that?
And my brother and sister both worked here 20 years ago. Yeah, not for me. Yeah.
Okay, you're not a guy to smack the ball around, huh?
No. If I got free time, it's not doing that. So, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your business and how you survived all these 38 years.
38 years. Planning. We're there for the community. Property bought. Renovations. Yeah. That's how we stay up
Cars are
with the times.
expensive too, I imagine.
Yeah. Stay up with the times. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how much is a hearse?
Hearses now go for about $150,000. So, if not more, right around 150 would be my educated guess.
You get a high-end Porsche for that.
Yes. And with hearses, they don't have cruise control set under 25, which is what I need in funeral processions, which is weird, but I don't go faster than 25. So, a little fact for you. Yeah.
So you're around Romeo and Bruce Township pretty much all your life, right?
Born and raised. I live at the funeral home. This is my 17th year. I've been licensed since 2011, and I left for Florida for 6 months and I came back and never looked back. So yeah, born and raised here.
What's the best thing you like about Romeo and Bruce?
What I like about this community is the people. I like knowing people in the community. I like walking in here and you know people, you've helped people, you've served people. That's what I've always liked that about it. I like knowing people. I don't like moving to a big city where you don't know anybody.
Yeah, and it's kind of special. The people are most of them know each other.
Absolutely. Some of these people in here have been here since day one, maybe even grew up down the road. Yeah.
So, what do you think about Kelly Stevens and the new direction of the Romeo, the North Macomb Regional Chamber of Commerce and the direction they're going in, encompassing a lot of different communities?
Absolutely, it's great. I always look at it as you got to try new things. You're always moving forward. If you're standing still, that's just not how things are. You're gonna move forward, try different things. So yeah, I'm 100% all about it as a chamber member. Yep.
Well, Mark, best of luck to you in the coming years here, and we're going to get back to the Emma Awards after this. Back we are here at the Emma Awards, the 21st Annual Emma Awards, and I'm with Zoe from the Romeo Family Restaurant, and Hola Kala.
Hola, Kala.
How are we doing?
We are doing great, yes.
And last year, your dad got the Lifetime Achievement Award, and kind of take me through what the feelings were when you heard his name called.
It was a remarkable feeling to know that someone who came from, Greece and came here with $20 in his pocket and really lived the American dream, and to work that hard and be recognized by this great community. I mean, what more can we ask for? I mean, it just touched our hearts, and just to know that we are an amazing community and we are loved, and we too in return give that love back to this community.
And he picked the right spot to settle, huh?
Absolutely. Romeo has been great to us, and we thank them every day for all their support.
Now, did he ever talk to you after that event about the event?
Absolutely. There isn't a day that goes by that he doesn't say something or look at his award, and just humbled, but just deep down you know that he is just, all giggles about receiving such a high honor.
Yeah, very proud of it.
Very proud. We too are proud, not only him, but his kids, my mom, his family and friends. How could we not be proud? He worked extremely hard to get where he was at.
Yeah, and that is a lesson that I hope permeates to all the other younger people here in Romeo, that if you work hard, you can make it.
I hope so. Romeo, has a great group of students that are coming out of the high schools these days. Our staff alone, all the young kids that have worked for us, they have a good work ethic, and I hope that they continue that moving forward.
Yeah, we found that when I'm doing my show, the Romeo Sports Recap podcast, that's not a plug, but I found that the kids that I interview are very hardworking, goal-oriented, and they are persistent to reach those goals. And that's what it really takes in life.
Yep, and that also comes from their homes. It starts at the home. So, you know, a shout out to all those parents here in Romeo and to the Romeo schools, because without a village, you know, you really can't raise the kids. So
Yeah, there has to be a lot of good people looking out.
absolutely, absolutely. We can't forget our schools. The schools have our kids for many hours a day, and they play a major role in what they're doing today.
So I got to tell you, my wife and I went out Sunday for breakfast to the Romeo family restaurant, and you had some kind of special there with eggs and spinach in the eggs.
We have the spinach pie omelet. Yes, it's a very popular omelet. My husband started that this summer because if you notice in the back, he had an herb garden going, so he would pick all the fresh herbs, fresh spinach and basil and mint and green onion, and kind of put it all together and with feta cheese, and it's like you're eating spinach pie.
My mouth is watering. It was the most tasty breakfast I had in a long time. And, you know, I like omelets. My wife does too. And she loves feta cheese, and she loves all the spinach pie. She makes the spinach pie, actually. But I'll let you know, she's not Greek, so.
It's okay. You don't have to be Greek to try and make something. And if you keep trying, you'll become an expert at it.
But it was delicioso, as the Italians would say.
It is. He takes pride in his herb garden in the back, so you can really taste the freshness.
It's very good, and we wish you and the Romeo family restaurant the best of luck.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you.
We'll be back with more of the Emma Awards after this. Back at the Emma Awards, and I'm with Todd Robinson. And Todd, you're the superintendent of Romeo Community Schools, and tell us a little bit about the type of job that you have and what you have to do.
Well, there's days,
Besides everything.
yeah, there's days where sometimes you feel like the chief complaint box, but there's also days where it's just the ability to, you know, get all the way down to the classroom, our teachers the right resources and capacity and training to do the best for kids, but work more directly with our school board. So our school board and I, we kind of like to go with this philosophy, a team of 8. So work very exclusively with the board, and I have some district level administrators and then our building principals. So collectively, we've got a leadership team of about 32 people that pretty much run the full operation and make me look better than maybe I really am.
Hey, you need that type of support, huh?
Yes.
Tell us, Romeo's kind of a special community. There's the one high school. What kind of challenges does that pose, and what kind of advantages do you have?
You know, it is far more advantageous and a positive thing than not. And you know, when I made the transition into being a superintendent, because that really, for most of my career in education, really wasn't something I thought about. You know, I always have said I don't prefer to work in, you know, a 2 or 3 high school district town, because you can have a strong community, and when you go to a second high school, it inherently splits the community, you know, which can be great for a rivalry game every season. So the unity that comes from it being a one high school town, I think.
Kind of like you to get community schools with all those schools.
Yeah, and there's big districts around us that are phenomenal. But I just think the uniqueness of having a one high school town and then to do it in this community, like, it's different. And a lot of people don't know it until you experience it. But once you do, you get it at a different level. This is a pretty neat place.
And tell me, I got to ask you one controversial question. You know, these days everybody's talking about parents being involved and the type of curriculum that's being taught. Where does Romeo sort of land on all this?
You know, what ultimately has happened is school and education has become politicized. You know, throughout all the division of the pandemic and other issues, you know, just in our world and certainly in our country. And so I think ultimately it's at some level has to come down to trust, and we're working our way back there. And critical questions are good. You know, parents who want to know more and be informed is fine. And we have an obligation to do that. But inherently, you know, the teacher in a classroom with 25 to 30 kids, we've got to have a level of trust. And if our output and the work we're doing and what our kids are saying and achieving is evidence that what's happening within our schools is productive and good, then I think that's enough to have trust.
I mean, I can say that talking to the young athletes that I talk to, and I interview a lot of them from all the different sports teams in Romeo High School, I found them all to have one consistent thread. They're all goal-oriented, they're hard workers, and they're persistent. And if that's what's coming out of the teaching, that's a result of the teaching, I say nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's just, kids appreciate, it takes a while, when they got to grow up a little, but a lot of our kids appreciate what they have in this community and in the school district by the time they get to high school for sure. And if not, they become alumni and they're either still here or they come back. It's amazing how many people I've met over the last 5 or 6 years who graduated, went out, got a degree, got a job, worked somewhere else, but when they want to settle down and raise a family, where do they end up back? Here, and I think that's special. So I think as that happens, we just inherently gotta keep people involved in the conversation, and keep people informed. And the rest of the self will take care of it. It's still, when it comes down to it, school. It's different than the school you and I had, but it's a better different.
Yeah, because I got paddled a lot.
I'm not touching that one.
That's how bad it is, really bad, But look how I turned out. What memory sticks out in your mind in the past year with the Romeo Community Schools? What couple of memories that you have that you're going to probably be an impression the rest of your life?
Our annual theme this year, every year we have an annual theme for the district. Public school is very cyclical. We're coming up on one of our biggest, most sought out breaks, and that happens every year. So as we start every school year, we have some kind of an annual theme, and this year our annual theme is Choose Joy. And I struggled a little in late July if it's like, can I do this? Is this pertinent? Should I do this? And it has had such a resounding effect that that's probably one of my best memories for this school year. And then, just our girls cross country team and our cross country program is really something special. And to see them achieve on that high stage and get the recognition of all the hard work that goes into it behind the scenes that the average person doesn't know, that's been a pretty special memory too.
Well, talking to him, I told him, I said, I can't run, I leave potholes. Anyway, Todd, appreciate you stopping by and talking with us. And best of luck to you this school year, the rest of it anyway. And hopefully there'll be many more great ones to come.
I'm sure there will.
We'll be back with more of the Emma Awards after this.
Yeah, it's been a great year. I know Kelly will touch on that. So many good things happening with the growth and the rebranding, our strategic plan. It's all come together, and we couldn't do a thing though without all the good businesses, all the good people, all of you. So let's give everyone a round of applause. We do have some elected officials here, so we really need to recognize them, and if they would stand and acknowledge County Executive Mark Hackle. Macomb County Commissioner Don Brown. Our 42nd District Court Judge, Jennifer Andery. She's popular. Bruce Township Supervisor, Mike Philbrook. From the Village of Romeo, our clerk, Catherine Trapp. And also our village treasurer, Caroline Miller. And I'm mentioned all the good businesses, all the good people that support this chamber. We've always got some excellent sponsors, and we thank you so much for doing that. We do have what we call the Spotlight sponsorship, and we have three different businesses I'm going to mention. They actually get to come up if they choose to speak a little bit. So I'm going to list these off, and then the representative could come on up if they would. The first one is Blue Water Trucking. Yeah, and that's Nick Rinke, but I don't believe he could make it tonight. The other Spotlight sponsor, L&L Products. Here we go.
Hi there, John Babby here from L&L Products. Proud to be a part of the sponsor, proud to be part of the community. And I think we'll be up here a little bit shortly. We'll get to see a little bit more. So thank you everybody.
Thank you. And then our third Spotlight sponsor is the Mitt TV. And here comes Ruth.
You know me, I gotta say something.
That's good.
So proud to be part of this tonight. You know, you look at the mood in this room. It's beautiful. It's exquisite. And the energy of the positive people lift us up every time we have one of these things. So I'd like to congratulate my team for putting the broadcast together. We're live tonight, so you can tell all your friends. We appreciate it. Truly do.
Thank you, Ruth. And thank you, Mitt TV. We have several other sponsors. I'm going to go through them, and please give them applause. Our premier sponsors, Corewell Health, formerly Beaumont, Heidelberg Chevrolet, the Romeo Family Restaurant, our diamond sponsors, Guardian Angel Cemetery, Metro Electric, Henry Ford Health System, Macomb St. Clair Works, and Sinorama. And then we had a few Emerald sponsors, Romeo Accountants, Romeo Family Restaurant, and Vera's Balloons Are Fun. Thank you so much to our sponsors. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Executive Director of the Chamber, Kelly Stevens.
Well, Joe said I was going to talk on the rebranding. This was such a busy and exciting year for the Greater Romeo Washington Chamber of Commerce, the former name. We interviewed with Richmond back in this early spring, and they decided that they would like to partner with us, and so we fast forward as of July 1st, changed our name, changed our logo. There's a lot to rebranding when you are changing your name. So congratulations to us on the Northern Macomb Regional Chamber. I will tell you, in September and October, we had 44 new members join. And most of them were from the Richmond, Lenox area. So we are very grateful and fortunate for this support. So at this time, I'm going to ask the Board of Directors to come up front. And Debbie Sisko, where the heck are you? No, Board of Directors. have something to say yet. So for those of you that know Debbie, Debbie has been the admin for the chamber for the last 18 years.
You make us all cry.
So Debbie, if you can step up here to the front and take a look at this video we have for you.
Hey, Debbie, congratulations on your retirement. The chamber is alive and well because of members like you, and thank you for all of your time and passion over the years.
Debbie, congratulations on your retirement. You've been a staple, you've been a spark in the chamber office for many years, and all those little extra things that you've done, we thank you so much. All the best to you and Ken in your years of retirement ahead. Enjoy the rewards.
Well, Deb, the time has come, and I'm so happy for you and Ken that you get to spend some time together. We're going to miss you tremendously. You're a huge asset to the chamber. I wish you the best. I hope you get to travel many, many years. I know your first trip to Austria is going to be amazing, so have a great time, and I know we'll see you at all of our fun events. Thanks again, Deb.
Debbie, all of us from MJC Marketplace would like to congratulate you on your retirement, and we are so excited for your next chapter in life. Congratulations, Debbie.
Congratulations, Debbie. I'm so happy for you and your retirement. I hope you get to travel wherever you want to go and sit on a beach somewhere with an umbrella drink. Those are my favorite. Congratulations on everything, and thank you so much for everything you've done in our community to help us be stronger. And most of all, thank you for being a friend. Cue the Golden Girls music. Thank you, Debbie. Congratulations.
I want to express my deepest gratitude to you, Debbie Sisko. It was truly an honor and privilege to work with you these past 15 plus years. Truthfully, I don't recall how many, as I am getting older, but you always made us look great. I also want to thank you for your friendship. I always enjoyed our time together when we would just sit and chat about anything. You were an incredible right hand to Kelly and our chamber, and we are grateful for that. So it is with much joy that I wish you and Ken bon voyage as you embark upon your life's next journey. Cheers to you, my dear.
So, Deb, the day has finally come. That's fantastic. We wish you nothing but the best. The next chapter should be a fun one, a little less stressful. No worrying about having to get up and open the office anymore at a certain time, and a lot less deadlines. But nonetheless, it's been a long run and a very successful one. I'm sure there'll be big shoes to fill in just finding somebody to be the shutterbug for the Chamber of Commerce going forward. But nonetheless, it's been a lot of fun working with you over the years, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Hey, Debbie, it's Eric McClear here, my daughter Amelia. Getting ready to jump on a flight, but we just wanted to say you a quick little message, just to say congratulations on your retirement. We really appreciate everything you've done for the Chamber, and the good news is we know where you live. Amelia, say congratulations to Debbie.
Congratulations.
All right, have a great time. We'll see you soon, Debbie. Cheers.
Congratulations, Debbie, on your retirement. I'm so excited. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to meet a lot of new people, and you're going to keep a lot of your old people. It's going to be great. One thing I want to thank you for is for your grace through the past few years that I've known you. I appreciate your patience with me, and I appreciate you teaching me everything that you know. Thank you, Debbie.
Congratulations, Debbie. I'm so excited for you and Ken in this new chapter of your life. I know retirement's going to be amazing. You already have 2 trips booked, and I hope you have many more. I know we'll see you at all the events to come, so good luck, and I'll see you soon.
Well, Debbie, it's time to wish you a happy retirement. As a team over the last 18 years, I'm happy at what we were able to accomplish for the Chamber. Together, we developed programs, major events, and worked on the day-to-day operations of the Chamber. You are dependable, hardworking, and I always knew together we would get things done. I also believe you might be the only person that still takes shorthand notes for minutes. That's a treasure. Not only did we share in the Chamber experience, but we shared major milestones together. Kids graduating high school and college, marriages, and babies, grandbabies. 21 in total between the two of us. 11 for Debbie and 10 for myself. I hope your next chapter will bring you and Ken many years of travel and all things that make you smile. So I know you're not that far away, and we can still count on you, and I know where to find you. Enjoy. Happy retirement, Debbie Cisco, in appreciation of 18 years of dedicated service and outstanding leadership. Raise your glasses as a toast to Debbie Cisco on her retirement. So, we have that, and we have a gift. There's something to open up in there for you. Okay. Here. You know me and my knots, right?
Yes. And I'm shaking.
Okay. Maybe we'll get this off. Your favorite place to go.
Oh my God.
And
Kelly knows that I'm always cold. Oh my God.
Can you see this?
May you be proud of the work you have done and the difference you have made. Happy retirement, Debbie Cisco.
Congratulations. So with that, the ladies that are going to fill Debbie's shoes are Madison Roush and Elizabeth, and I won't say her last name because I can't say her last name, but these two young ladies, Madison has been with us for the last 6 months shadowing Debbie, and we brought Elizabeth on this week, so we look forward to continuing running the chamber smoothly without any hiccups. Now it's your turn.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. The board has been great to work with over the last 18 years, and Kelly has been really great to work with. I often say that I can't even talk, I'm just so excited. But we are traveling more. We are leaving for Austria on Christmas Day to go visit our granddaughter and our daughter and son-in-law. So, but see, Eric, aren't you glad you stayed?
Okay, now you have a job to do.
Now I have a job to do. Okay.
TNT.
Okay, over the last several years, I was the TNT leadership liaison. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the 2023 TNT leaders. Kelly and I appreciate all the hard work and dedication in keeping these networking meetings so productive with business referrals. This year, the Chamber started with 3 teams, but the latter part of the year, we brought on 2 new teams, one in Richmond and another one in Washington Township. So currently, we have a Tuesday morning team that meets at 8 a.m. at the Romeo DDA office. Our Tuesday noon team meets at Michigan Planners in the Washington Township area. And our new Wednesday team
meets at 8 a.m. at the Roosevelt Civic Auditorium, also known as the Odd in Richmond. We have another Wednesday team that meets at 8 a.m. at Grubner Library in Washington Township. And last but not least, a Thursday team who meets at 8 a.m. at Impact Church, located on St. Clair Street in Romeo. If anybody is interested in joining any of these TNT teams, please contact the Chamber office. We are hoping to add more teams next year as the Chamber continues to grow. We've invited all our team leaders to join us this evening as our guests. A good number of them are here. Would you all please come up so we can thank you and get a group photo? Again, thank you for all your time and dedication in making these 5 groups so successful. Thank you. Where's our photographer?
I'm going to stand in the front. Not going behind you,
Eric's
Eric.
got to go in the back.
Eric's in the back, Lisa's in the front. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Over there.
Over there. Mark's hair in the way.
Thank you. You guys do a great job.
Just one more thing before you go, Debbie. We do have a Christmas present from the Board of Directors. There you are.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We also, for the rest of the staff, we also have a Christmas present. So Kelly, Madison, Elizabeth. Thank you very much. All right, we'll keep this party going. At this time, it's my honor to introduce our MC for the night. Your honor.
Oh dear.
Judge Jennifer Andre.
There's so many lights on. Why is it so bright in here? I've tried to lower the lights, but apparently we have to keep the lights on. I feel I look much better in the dark. Okay, so welcome everybody. Let's truly get this party started in the light, shall we? It's great. Go. You don't need to run.
These are our banners.
Getting our party started. I like it. Okay, so the first thing I need to do here is talk about this community. Yeah. It's a very offensive microphone. It's just sensitive, that's all. Nice stars. Yeah, just back it up right here. I'll put baby in the corner right here. This community, I say it every time I stand up here before everyone. I could not be more proud and more honored to be a part of a community that truly feels like family. You may not know everybody's name, or when you see me in a ball cap, or you might go, God, you look familiar, and I'm like, do I? May or may not have put someone in jail that day that you're related to. That wasn't me. Me and my ball cap. Very sporty. Being a part of this community means more than the position I hold. It means more than the honor that I have to serve the public. And before I get to our first award here today, which is the Public Service Award, I want to talk about somebody who embodies the very meaning behind that Public Service Award and the meaning of public service. You may have heard the slogan, I don't know, make Macomb your home. Has anybody heard that? Has anybody been driving so far away from here? Like you're about 400 miles from here, and I say 400 and it's probably only like 100.
Gaylord.
Yeah. And you see a billboard and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's Mark Hackle! What's he doing up here? But the greatest part about that is that Mark Hackle takes so much pride in where he's from. He's born and raised here. He spent a lifelong, he spent his entire life dedicating himself to this community, not just here up in the North End that we call our home, but everywhere in Macomb. There is nobody that embodies Macomb more than Mark Hackle. There's nobody that really pumps up Macomb County. Like before Mark Hackle was elected as our very first county executive in Macomb County, and there isn't anyone who embodies that position more than Mark Hackle. Now, the Public Service Award is an award that is granted to an individual who has made a significant impression in his community, or hers, through the public service by going above and beyond that job description. Now, he's a lifelong resident, he's a champion of Macomb County, and there's no one I'd rather have a conversation with about politics because it's truly the most educated, understanding, nonpartisan, irrespective of what political party you're in, he wants what's best for our community. And I see a lot of heads being nodded, but I think the thing I like most is his time and the charities that he devotes himself to. And I just learned this at the State of the County, that there is the 100 Plus Club. The 100 Club. For those of you that don't know this, it's for our citizens in the community that are 100 years old and up, right? I really want in on that because I think it's out. You're like the new, oh goodness, who did the Smuckers stuff? Wasn't that? That was great on the Today Show. You got a new gig. But Mark Hackle's commitment to public safety has helped develop the vision for the county's state-of-the-art communication and technology center, ComTech. He's completely transformed Macomb County with a new $250 million central intake and assessment center with a mindful approach to mental health and substance abuse, which everyone here knows that I battle every single day in the courtroom for our individuals that are struggling with mental health issues as well as substance abuse, and nobody addresses that. To get a team involved to help battle and address and serve those people with those very specific needs than Mark Hackle. He's made it a priority to ensure Macomb is welcoming to the creation of One Macomb, which prioritizes the county's multiculturalism and inclusivity through the arts and community affairs. Countless charities that he's been involved with. Most recently, there's one that I think everybody knows about. I don't know if you, nope. Did we hear that? I believe it was the Red Hot. I just turned my phone off.
You did?
But it completely turned off on me. But it was, I know that was, you're like, mother of pearl, don't do it. For those of you who don't know, Mark Hackle just raised money and won a lip syncing contest. Was anybody privy to that video?
I know, we can't find it anywhere.
If you need to check it out, it's on YouTube. All you gotta do is type in Mark Hackle, YouTube. Mark Hackle lip syncing, YouTube. But this one, I've never seen anyone do this with the microphone and actually have a full lip sync as good as our county executive. You deserve to win. You deserve to be the individual that I get the privilege of presenting to you today, which you did not know about. You, sir, are the recipient of our Public Service Award today. And to think you thought you were coming here to talk about the chamber.
Once I heard Make Macomb Your Home, I went,
Surprise!
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Excellent. Want to
Thanks.
say a little something?
I'll make it quick. So, Don Brown's up front saying, yeah, sure, he's going to make it quick. So, yeah, well, it's speechless because I was not expecting this. Actually, once I did hear the words Make Macomb Your Home when they were thinking about who this was going to be, I went, wait a minute, that was my idea. This is probably coming my way now. So, with that being said, it's actually interesting. I'm actually glad Jennifer Andery is here because her intro of me and kind of the background was much more glamorous and much more uplifting than the other judge in New Baltimore would have been, my brother. It would have been very simple. You know, looked at her and said, you got to be kidding me. This guy's getting an award? So, well, that being said, I find it very interesting because as you're sitting here saying this, I'm thinking to myself, I was a kid born and raised in Warren, the southern part of Warren, and had no idea what I wanted to do. Got into law enforcement by accident. But when I did, my real first introduction to the northern part of Macomb County was, believe it or not, 40 years ago this week. Wow. 40 years ago this week, I graduated from the Macomb Regional Police Academy. And because of how well I did in the academy, that very night, I worked midnights up in Washington Township, patrolling in Washington Township, 40 years ago. And, you know, obviously through the years, and now county executive, you know, 13 years into this, and the amazing opportunities to meet so many different people, beyond just public safety, which my original connection was, the people from the schools and the businesses, and there's some great things that are happening in Macomb County, but there's no question about it. Northern Macomb County has a very unique, distinct beauty, and it was said earlier, there's this close-knit nature of people. There's a sense of community up in the northern part of Macomb County, and I am very fortunate and blessed to have the opportunity to engage with it and have for the past 4 years, and each year it gets better and better. And I'm just going to say thank you for this recognition. I appreciate it. But again, you're going to continue to see that effort on behalf of the county. Not only myself, Don Brown, and those others that provide the services in Macomb County, reaching out to the north end, and any and all support that you need from us, we're going to continue to make sure that support is there. So thank you very much. I really appreciate the honor.
So we got him here on the guise that he was going to be speaking tonight about the chamber. But congratulations, Mark. One more time for our county executive, Mark Eckel. All right, so moving on. And if you want to leave, you totally can leave. Because I know this is the longest that you've ever stayed at an event, and I'm so impressed right now. I'm like, I wonder if he eats with that physique.
He does not eat, and he just came from another event, so you, sir, may leave if you... Okay.
All right, so the next award that we are here for is the Chamber Spokesperson of the Year Award. Now, I know everybody every year that I've been doing this, I've made it part of it, and people are like, why does she make such a big deal about the presenter? The reason I do that is the people that nominate the individuals who receive these awards and that present to us the individuals that have been nominated, those are the people that are like this very specific individual. These are the people that don't want to be out in front and center. These are the people that are the first to recognize everybody else and everything that everybody else does for our community. These are the individuals who deserve to be recognized just as much as the award recipients. Not to minimize what the award recipients do for the communities and do for to be the recipient of that award, but the ones that are the nominators, the ones that are here to present and say a little something about why they chose the people that are being recognized here tonight. I felt it was something that needed to be explained, because everyone's like, Jesus, you make this really long. You could just get up there and be like, next award! Woo-hoo, let's go! And all the light. Okay, I haven't built my bridge on that one yet, because this is the lightest it's ever been in here, except when we did it for breakfast. I'm all turned around. I feel like I'm in Alaska. Okay. Thanks. So, this individual, for the Chamber Spokesperson of the Year Award, I asked around, and we had the ability to see a wonderful video, but the only words that kept being repeated were dependable, organized, dependable, organized, dependable, so much fun, so gracious, so lovely. And that's been my experience. The very first time I met this individual, she was nothing but just smiles and just a bundle of love and joy and kindness. And our community needs kindness more than ever, although this person embodies that. Her artistic mind is readily available, and and she sells wonderful products that we all should check out. But she does like being behind the scenes and putting beautiful things together. But she is a beautiful individual. And Debbie Sisko, will you come up to present our next award, please? Leave it. Are you gonna hold it? Oh, she's not. See, I was putting it in the holder.
Thank you, Judge. That was very nice.
You're very nice.
Okay, let me give you some background on this deserving recipient. This individual opened her business in Romeo more than 6 years ago. From the time she became a chamber member, she focused not only on her business, but in bringing in new chamber members. She also had a business in Richmond and made her home there. One day, she approached Kelly about expanding our boundaries to include Richmond and Lenox. You know how they say timing is everything? Apparently, the timing was right, and she was extremely instrumental in assisting to make this happen. As a result, our chamber went from encompassing the townships of Bruce, Armada, Ray, and Washington, and the villages of Romeo and Armada, to now include Lenox Township, Richmond Township, and the city of Richmond. I am pleased to consider her not only a colleague of mine, but more importantly, a friend. I am really excited to announce that this year's recipient of the Chamber's Spokesperson of the Year is Kathy Oswald from MJC Marketplace, located in Romeo.
That's a first. Yeah, well, you did. That's actually a first for me, nice. Knowing what to say, thank you.
Oh no, you got more than that.
I love this community. I love Michigan. I love Macomb County. And to be so honored to be in the presence with Mark Cackle, that's amazing to me that I'm here, and I saw the opportunity that was there with Romeo in Richmond, and when I first met Kelly and became a part of this chamber, I just knew that there could be such a wonderful marriage that would happen with Northern Macomb. We are so blessed here for all of those here that live in this community, work in this community. I just absolutely love it, and I feel so blessed and so honored today by this, and I can't believe you guys pulled this off because I'm not easily, but thank you, and again, I'm honored and blessed. Thank you very much.
worst possible spot to take a picture. Let's just squeeze here in the corner. It'll be good. It'll be like,
It looks better than you think.
yeah, I know. Your skills are going to be incredible to zhuzh that one up. All right. I mean, at least the subjects are lovely, so that's good. And then here I like trying to always find like, you take a selfie, you take the selfie. I can't do it. So thank you for taking photographs this evening. All right, so we're gonna move up. What? It's very quiet in here tonight. Is everybody sleepy tonight? It's because the lights are on, isn't it? It's not really a party. All right, so we're gonna keep going with the next award, which is the Leadership Award. This award recognizes those individuals whose leadership has made a positive impact in the Northern Macomb area. That's where we live. This nominee exemplifies the knowledge, skills, and leadership necessary for effective management and embraces best practices. This nominee must also take an active leadership role in creating and/or supporting the development of community. Now, the presenter of this award, I was very fortunate to meet very early on. Okay, you just ruined it.
Nobody wants to hear me.
Oh my God!
Just let me present.
That's fine. He's actually not so cranky, but he's a bit peppery, which we do enjoy, and we like.
Well, thank you everybody for allowing me to be here tonight. My name is Bernie Oswald. I'm very blessed to serve as the principal at Romeo High School. And excited to be here tonight. You actually brought in both my boss and my mother in the same room. So 2 out of the 3 people that run my life could only make this night better if my wife was here. So, she's not here, is she? But no, I was asked to talk about leadership and honor somebody tonight. And I've been very blessed in my life to have some incredible people to learn from, to help make me the man that I am and the leader that I've been able to become. My parents, Bernie and Kathy Oswald, that was my mom. My mom just got the award. Cool. Both entrepreneurs, and stand up here, don't you? I'm a walker. Both entrepreneurs and business owners, and instilled in myself and my siblings, a sense of work ethic and accountability. Some people, like my siblings and I, would call it, forced labor. And there's child labor laws that protect children from those kind of work environments, but I guess it doesn't pertain to like family businesses. But actually, I just remembered I'm in a room with a bunch of business owners, and you probably did this to your kids too. So but no, I mean, they taught us the important things, how to lead by example, and probably most importantly, how to treat other people, whether it's the CEO or the person, mopping the floor. And that's really the litmus test that I use in leadership, is just how do you respect those that you work with. But tonight I'm actually here to talk about my boss, our superintendent, Dr. Todd Robinson. Actually, you may not know this, Todd and I have known each other even before here in Romeo. We worked in New Haven together, and I believe I saw Miss Walker. She was our board member at the time, and her husband. We did some incredible things there, and then both had incredible opportunities to come to this wonderful community and district. And over the years, I have grown a tremendous amount of respect for Todd. You talk to anyone, and everyone says, the first thing they say is, he's just a good man. We've been through some pretty great things we've done. We built a new high school, and we moved into that, and we launched the academy model, which has been incredible. We are truly changing the way that we teach and kids learn. And then we went through some not good stuff. We had the pandemic, and I would say Romeo did it better than almost anybody else. Thank you. And then, of course, the tragedy of our neighbors in Oxford. What many of you probably don't even know is even years before that even happened, Todd was a leader in not only our community here, but in the Southeast Michigan region, of making our schools, our staff, and our students as safe as possible. And through all these things, good and bad, we've gotten through them, and we've gotten through them well because of his leadership. And there's many words that can describe Todd. He's a kind man. He's humble. Cares about others. Service, not only to this community, but to its country. You probably even know he served in the Army, because Todd doesn't talk about that stuff. That's just not who he is. But I'll say probably the two most important things to me has been his patience and how he treats other people. So if I can share just some quick thing. For those of you that know me, I tend to speak my mind. I'm pretty opinionated. I don't know when to shut up. Man, there's been some times, especially the last few years, when things were tough and stressful, and man, I come home and I tell my Megan, I screwed up today. Man, I should not have said that. So Todd's gonna call me, he's gonna rip into me, and I deserve it. And I'd wait for the phone to ring, and he'd call me on his way home. I'm like, here it comes. But never once did he give me the tongue lashing that I deserved. Every single time. How you doing? You seemed off today. You okay? What can I do to help? I'll tell you what, sir, it was in those moments that I probably learned more about leadership than any other time. So thank you so much for everything that you've done for this community, for our country, and for myself. Thank you very much.
I don't have to be talked about when I come up and present, okay? Once is enough. I would just simply say thank you, and you know, like Bernie often says, we're just blessed to serve in this community, and we mean that. I know we both do to our core. I need to let you in on a little secret. I think I've helped present awards here, or bring people to be honored here 5 or 6 times now. And it is always my goal to get the person here and not have them know that they're going to receive the award. And so I'm going to get to introduce someone who helps us out. And we got him all the way here tonight, and when his kids walked in, it was like, something's up. I had no idea, so Kelly, you got me.
I got you,
And
didn't I?
paybacks are very affirming, so thank you very much. Thank you.
Dr. Robinson is one of the most magnanimous humans I've ever had the honor of meeting, and that is a very well-deserved award. Okay, I'm done being really serious. The next one, this is a lovely one. I really like this one. And the next award is the Business Beautification Award, the Brick Award. This award is for the attractive design and renovation of a building within our community. Now, our next presenter, you might remember, she, get over here. This is a lovely human. We all remember Christine Malzahn, who has nothing but beauty to offer this community. You are missed. I know you're not gone, and you're doing great things a little north of us.
You betcha.
But you are missed, and the fact that you're here to present someone that you feel is just as deserving of an award as you, I think is fantastic. Everyone, this is Christine Malzahn.
Well, my award, unfortunately, isn't as endearing as the Bricks and Mortar Award, so, but congratulations to Todd. It is certainly well-deserved. It is my pleasure to make the nomination and presentation of this year's Business Beautification Brick Award. As stated, the nominees for this award are recognized for the attractive design and or renovation of a member's building. This year's recipient not only exceeded that criteria for their facility, they are deserving of recognition for the many ways that they beautify Romeo. A few months prior to the end of my term as Romeo Village President, I was extended an invitation to meet with the team at L&L Products to tour their Romeo facility and hear about their expansion plans. What I didn't know prior to that meeting was the competition between Romeo and another state. In the end, Romeo won out, and we have met the needs of L&L. And needless to say, with the help of Vicki Rad, John Paul Rea, Mark Hackle's team over at the County Economic Development Office, Romeo was chosen for their location of their expansion. L&L invested nearly $14 million, adding an additional 440,000 square feet of warehouse space to their existing facility. Construction was completed by the E&L Group and many local contractors. With its completion, it has met their 4-phase investment plan since purchasing the parcel of land back in 1993. In addition to the considerations of their manufacturing and shipping needs, L&L also made significant beautification improvements to the property. They have arrays of windows which wrap the new facility, allowing natural light to flood in the area. An improved stormwater runoff containment and filtering system was constructed, including modifying the retention pond to hold 8 feet of standing water. A water garden island was added in the southeast corner of the new receiving area that serves as a sediment filtering water garden for the stormwater runoff. The demolition phase of the project allowed them to clear the property adjacent to the Macomb Orchard Trail, removing the heavy, overgrown foliage of the area, making way for several mature maple and spruce trees. The east-facing wall of the addition includes a 12-foot high red brick fascia, creating a seamless flow between the addition and the existing structure. And soon, L&L will be installing a new 53-foot sign on the north-facing wall of the facility, which will display their commitment to the property as well as this community. Please join me in congratulating Tom Kleino, President of L&L Americas, Calvin Gray, L&L Engineering Manager and Project Lead, Steve Balsam, the Senior Engineer, and the whole L&L team, recipients of this year's Brick and Beautification Award. I extend my thanks and gratitude to you, Tom, Calvin, Steve, and your team for being great corporate partners to Romeo. I thank you on behalf of the Northern Macomb Regional Chamber, who appreciates your event sponsorships and participation in events like these Emmas. I thank you for the beautification of the grounds and surrounding area at 160 McLean in Bruce Township, but most importantly, I thank you for your community spirit and the positive impact your investment brings to this area. It truly beautifies and benefits everyone who lives, works, and visits here. Thank you.
Thank you. So first off, God bless L&L Products. Such an amazing organization. So many people to thank. We'll start off with the two guys that made this project happen. They can walk through our facility, walk through our property, and they map things out in their heads better than CAD. So Tom, Calvin Gray and Jim Lausma, great job. Thank you for that. Couldn't have done it without you. Peggy, you've been such a staple at L&L. We can't do it without you, president of L&L Foundation. Thank you for that. And then, Ben, before coming up here said, can we get everyone up here? It's like, Ben just really bleeds the L&L culture. And so, he wants all 550 employees to be up here because that's what we're about. We're about L&L and the L&L family. And if I would be remiss not to mention, I first always think, Gene and Bob, our founders. Without Gene and Bob, none of this happened. None of this happens. And so, in my office, over my right shoulder, there's Bob and Gene's first facility. And I've only been with L&L for 8 years, but I love seeing that first facility over my right shoulder every day as a reminder of where we started. I mean, we've added 140,000 square feet to be close to 500,000 square feet, but it really started with Bob, Gene, and just a little building in Elmont, and we can't forget about, where we started. And so, when I just think through, L&L and just my personal journey here, prior to L&L, I was a GM for 10 years. I was a GM in the purchasing department. When you're a GM in purchasing, you get to see a lot of suppliers, a whole lot, thousands. And honestly, 3 only stuck out to me. There was Ideal Group in Detroit, Logan Aluminum Mill in Kentucky, and then there was L&O Products. So if you go back in the time machine 8 years ago, I told my wife, you know, there's this company that I really look up to. They're one of my suppliers, and they're recruiting me. And she's like, we're leaving GM? I said, well, we're thinking about it. Let's pray about it a little bit. Let's talk about it. And I said, it just feels right, and it just feels so aligned with what we are about. And so, you know, I made the jump. It was November 2nd. I'll never forget, because Jim Lausbaum gave he said grace at our company lunch. And when he said grace, I remember texting my wife Bianca. I said, we've landed well. I mean, what we see on this wall with the values is not just another company with values on a wall. They live them. I've been here for a month. Maybe I can this is a premature, analysis of what's going on here. But 8 years later, I can tell you, I am blessed to be a part of this organization. We're blessed to have shareholders that believe in us, that put $14 million into the ground, and even more millions are going to go into that facility. And honestly, this community and what you're doing at Romeo High School to feed the employees into our facility. Mark, you and your team, Kurt Schwanek, he's our Google for everything government. Even if it has nothing to do with Macomb County, Kurt Schwanek and your team have done such an amazing job making this very complex process very simple. And so, thank you all. We're blessed to be a part of this community. L&O is just a blessing to be a part of the community, and we look forward to growing with Romeo, and we're looking forward to filling this 140,000 square feet, and we're just blessed to be around all you beautiful people today, so thank you. Nobody wants the microphone.
It's all you. Keep going.
Okay, I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
Do you know beatbox? Do you know anything? Do you know the alphabet aerobics?
Wait, whoa. What are the alphabet aerobics?
Right here.
What are, seriously, I don't know what that is. Does anybody know what the alphabet, what is it, Madison, what is it?
20 minutes.
You gotta look it up on YouTube, Daniel Radcliffe.
Harry Potter?
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm going to take a page out of the Honorable Judge Andery's book. All right, let's pretend we're elementary students.
Is that how that goes? I'm going to do clap once if you can hear.
All right, thank you. Did you know that the average public educator goes to bed at 8:30 p.m. on Friday nights because it's exhausting? So I'm past my bedtime, so we're going to roll. Are we good?
Rock and roll.
We're good to roll. I also have another fun fact for you. Did you know that district court judges experience so much stress in their workplace that quite often, away from the bench, they sit in the dark? You hang around this place long enough and you're going to learn to be funny and accept sarcasm. Or you'll need therapy. Or both. I'm going to ask Mike Buslip to come up here. Mike is a teacher and coach at Romeo High School. Mike, will you come up? And I'll share with you as Mike is coming up, we have the honor to present the Excellence in Teaching and Mentoring Award. And I would tell you that this gentleman is more than worthy of accepting this award. And I will tell you more than worthy because of his day job. And when I say day job, I mean his work as a teacher at our high school. So I asked Mike, I let Mike in on our attempt to surprise our honoree tonight. And him and our honoree's wife did a tremendous job because we got all the way to the table and we were probably here for a half an hour, 45 minutes before we heard the "What's up, boss?"
Yeah.
And I want to take this opportunity to share a little bit about Mike's extra job that he actually probably spends as much or more time on than his day job, which takes a lot of time. And that is being the leader of our cross-country program. And if you don't know anything about cross-country in Romeo, you're missing out on what might be our best kept secret. I tell people often that we've got amazing programs and people, but I quite honestly think our cross-country program might be the single best thing that we do. And that's not just because they're successful in competition. The culture that they built of the athletes that they train, regardless of their ability, it is a family within the family that this community is. The kids thrive in the classroom and they also excel. And when I hear the stories of how kids go from being involved even in elementary school and middle school and these times that they literally almost cut in half by the time they're a junior and senior in high school is amazing. And you probably see them because they run around in shorts and no shirts all year round, the boys. So I've also had this annual rite of passage that I've let Mike in on and some others in thinking about who to honor this year, that typically around the end of the first week in November, I begin to receive a series of a few emails, sometimes as many as 8 or 9, from parents. And the parents express to me their sincere appreciation for our cross-country program at the middle school. It's a club at the middle school, and a gentleman named Jim Charette, who they refer to as Coach Charette. And the impact that they have had on their child, and quite often these are parents of students that if you just saw them walk down the hallway, you wouldn't think they were a runner, okay? And so I just, after a couple years of this, I was like, Mike, tell me about this guy. And we were at Stony Creek, I'll never forget this, I think it was the county meet, and there was this gentleman at the exact right cross point of, like, cross-country people came through here, and then the winners came back by the same spot, and he was strategically placed there in a red warm-up jacket, clapping and yelling things to kids and things like that, and I was like, I thought earlier, like, isn't that guy in the way? And he was not. He was in the perfect spot. So, you know, when you're going to share an award like this, sometimes you got to reach out to people that are a little closer to the person that's going to be recognized. So I leaned on a couple of Mike's parents that have some girls on the team to give us this. And I probably should pause and say, do you know that you're looking at the coach of the 2023 Division I Girls State Champion cross-country team? And only 3 years ago, he is also the coach of the 2020 Division I Boys Cross-Country State Championship team. And Bernie talks about humility. I think if you look up humility in the dictionary, Mike Buslip's picture is there. Because I've never seen the gentleman show an ounce of arrogance or brag at all about the tremendous achievements that his team and his program has. So back to Coach Charette. Here's some comments that were shared from a combination of a few parents. The 2023 Excellence in Teaching and Mentoring Award goes to a man that has selfishly given his time and talents to Romeo Middle School cross-country aspiring runners. Slow, fast, or in between, this coach has no favorites, because every child that goes through his program is his favorite. Every runner knows they are accepted and loved on day one of practice. He does this by getting to know every runner, their likes, dislikes, and what their goals are. Each runner gets a personalized training plan from him at every practice, along with a genuine high five or handshake. He has helped mentor hundreds of kids, helping them succeed not just on the cross-country course, but in life. He teaches his team attitude plus effort equals success. Every runner on his team knows that if they have a positive attitude and put forth a decent effort, they can succeed in anything. and his runners have proven this formula true. Since 2018, with the help of his wife Gina, Coach has helped lead not only the middle school program, but has had an integral role in supporting the Romeo High School cross-country teams to multiple consecutive Macomb County championships, several division titles, and as I mentioned, 2 Division I state titles. For these reasons and so many more, we can't think of a better winner for the Excellence in Teaching and Mentoring Award than Coach Jim Charette. Come on up, Jim.
Thank you to Todd and Bus. I had no idea this was happening. Bus and my wife got me on the guys here that we were being honored for winning the state championship this year. And I was like, why am I coming with you? I'm the middle school coach. And he's like, no, you gotta be there. I'm like, okay. I wanna thank my wife and my, oh my God, my wife Gina, my daughter Julia, and my son Mike. Told you I was not prepared. Didn't think I was saying anything tonight.
At least you remembered your wife's name. That was really good. That was so good.
I pulled that one out last second. They allow me to go into coach mode 4 months of the year, and I miss a lot of family time and a lot of family stuff. If there's any coaches in this room, if you're doing the job right, you're giving it 150%, and you put it into your team. And unfortunately, I miss out on a lot of them being Coach Jim. So they allow me to do that, and thank you to the chamber and these gentlemen, and thank you very much. Have a great night.
It's so amazing to see the humility in all of our educators, and every person that we've seen come up here has been nothing but the most humble, and that's what makes a difference. And to every educator that is in here, thank you. If your family, if your wife, your husband, your children are here, thank you for sharing your father, your mother with our kids. Teachers don't get enough credit. I often find myself saying that police are way, way, way underpaid, but educators are way, way, way underpaid. And I want to just give a round of applause for our teachers. Okay, let's get back at this. Whoop whoop. Oh, I looked up the alphabet thing. I can play for you. That's on the YouTube. And in fact, do you know how much you can YouTube? There's so much you can YouTube. In fact, Mike Buslap, who Dr. Robinson was just here with our with the high schools cross country, he had a lovely interview on the YouTube, which I watched prior to today, so I could educate myself on him. So you should check that out. Check out the YouTube. There's so much on there. I mean, there's a lot of bad on there, but there's a lot of good too. Especially our county executive, Mark Hacko, lives here. All right. So next, we have the Chelsea Elizabeth Pasco Memorial Youth Award. I do enjoy this one. It's steeped in much, and there's, Owen. Oh, was that you, Owen? I like when you, Owen. That was gross, I'm sorry. That came out completely wrong. I apologize for that one. All right, there's kids here, Jennifer Ann. Woo! All right. This award recognizes any youth between grades K through 12 who have demonstrated outstanding leadership amongst their peers and personal achievements through volunteerism with their school, church, or community. This year, There's a couple. Did you want to say anything about this before we do any?
Yes, you do. Sure.
Yes, you do.
Kelly says I do.
Yes,
So-
you do.
Hi. Hi, I'm Michelle Pasco McCullough. I am Chelsea's mom. Back in 2002, I was offered a job in Rochester, and we were looking for a place to live. And being a single mom, I was just kind of, trying to find a small community where we could fit in, and she could fit in the school, and I felt safe. And we got a little apartment in Washington, and she was really excited because she grew up going to Romeo when she was a kid, because we lived in St. Clair Shores and it was so far, and she just thrived here. She was really kind of like a little fish in a big pond in her old school, and here she became a bigger but not boastful fish in the smaller pond that was the Romeo, Washington area. And she would find this whole thing amusing that there is an award named after her because she flew so far under the radar that she just did things because she was a kind person, she was a good person. You get back what you give. We didn't have a ton of money, but we could offer our time. And she volunteered. She was a junior chamber ambassador. And she loved the Romeo area. She loved the Romeo schools. She was involved in different parts of student government and the choir and just different things. She had a great time here. And but her biggest thing was helping people. So anytime she could help people and make them just feel good, if it was a smile or a hug or just being there, just to help someone in need. That was like her biggest joy in life, was to give back. So to have this award in her honor it means a lot to me. And that there are 2 kids this year. Sorry, stop making me do this. That there are 2 kids this year that meet all the requirements of this award is just amazing to me. And every year they just seem, I know, I'm like get better every year. So thank you guys for continuing to remember her. Thank you for raising awesome kids. And to the teachers and the community members, and like I said, no matter who you are, what you say to children matters. It doesn't matter if they're 5 or 15 or 20, like as they're growing up in this community. What you say matters. Making them part of what you do in the community, that matters to them. Telling them that they are able to do things, even though they are young, they can make an impact in their community. You will never realize until they're grown pretty much what you've said and done with them, how that affects them and makes them the person who they are. So thank you guys for being amazing community leaders, community members, teachers, mentors, everything. Thank you guys for doing that and bringing these amazing kids up in this area. So.
I think this is my favorite award that we give. I shouldn't have favorites. I know I shouldn't have favorites. But this is my favorite because it's the young people that we have to look to. I know every year I feel like I'm the exact same age I was like just out of high school, like when I was 18. I really do. I do that. And then I try to get out of bed. And I'm like, I was just trying to get out of bed and I can't. I just pulled a muscle in my back. And then I go to like past the mirror and I look and oh my God, who is that? And it's really me. I'm not 18. So, it's a surprise. But our kids, and it's wonderful when I do see kids here because it keeps me nice and G-rated for the program. I love that our kids are here to be able to see what a community can do if they come together and what a community can do to lift each other up. And these children that are here today, I hope you carry that with you because the examples of really, really good human beings are all in this room. So why don't we give everybody a round of applause for just being here. So our first presenter for the Chelsea Elizabeth Pasco Award, the joy that this presenter gives. I'm going to start with Katie's. Okay. So, I don't know anybody who can walk by this woman without thinking, God, what a lovely human being. There's always a smile. You can't get past the fiery ginger hair. I mean, I'm partial to like a ginger beard, but I'll take your ginger hair all day long. You are an exquisite human being, and for you to have nominated a young person is, one, makes me feel very old, because I would think that you'd be in that category too, but for someone as young as you are, and as joyful and as giving and kind as you are, to make this nomination, it sure means a lot. So I want to bring up here now our next presenter, Caitlin Marsh.
Hello, everyone. I have the honor to introduce our winner of the 2023 Chelsea Pesco Memorial Youth Award. This award recognizes a youth between kindergarten and 12th grade who has demonstrated outstanding leadership amongst peers and for personal achievements in the community. This year, this award goes to Levi Allen. I can tell you that this young man is more than deserving of this award. At the young age of 13, Levi has already accomplished so much, and I look forward to seeing what else he accomplishes in life. Levi has been running since the 3rd grade and has been on the track team for 1 year and the elementary and middle school cross-country teams for the past 6 years. While on the cross-country team this year at Romeo Middle School, he was selected to be team captain for his leadership, skills, drive, encouragement, positive personality, caring nature, and clear communication. He worked all summer pushing himself to achieve his own personal goal of making Romeo High School varsity team next year. After starting the season ranking top 7, he was well on his way. Unfortunately, bad luck struck with Levi breaking his foot early in the season. Despite that, he didn't let his personal setback interfere with being the positive role model for his teammates. Levi showed up to every practice and race to cheer on his teammates and being the best leader and captain for his team. In addition to track and cross country, Levi has been in the middle school swim team for the past 2 years. Always being a positive example for his fellow students, friends, and teammates. But Levi, you don't stop there, do you? He also gives back to the community through his volunteer efforts. Levi has served on the Builders Club for the last 2 years. The young members of this club are self-led and work together to improve their schools and their communities through community service projects. While serving, Levi has helped enrich the lives of seniors in the community by playing games and doing crafts at local senior living communities, improved the gardens at local schools, bought, wrapped, and delivered presents for children in need around the holidays, and organized a food drive for Samaritan House. This is just a few of the service projects that he has worked on at his time at Romeo Middle School. In addition to Builders Club, Levi has found time to serve on the Yearbook Club, last year preserving special memories for his entire student body. Lastly, Levi has been a member of the Ray County 4-H Club for the last 8 years. He has worked on many craft projects, some earning him Best in Show. That's amazing. He has raised shows rabbits for the last 3 years and swine and chickens for the last 2 years. The pledge of this organization is, I pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living for my club, my community, and my country, and my world. So sorry. These are incredible values to live by. I recently learned everything that goes into the program through the hard work of these young people. From raising livestock to marketing to businesses, finally to show and auction off their livestock. It is no easy feat for these young people to accomplish, and Levi has set a positive example for his peers through his leadership and community service. True leaders aren't born, they're grown. Levi Allen, you are growing into an amazing leader with a servant's heart. Opportunities will be limitless for you. Congratulations on winning this year's award, and thank you for your hard work and dedication for making the community a better place each and every day. Congratulations.
Levi, would you like to say something? Yes, please. Yes, please. Can you come home with me? Do you know what I'm proud of my daughter for? Is when she unloads the dishwasher. You are a remarkable young man. Why do you think, what is your favorite thing to do at school?
Playing the band and do math.
What do you play in the band? Are you percussion? Saxophone. So I saw you keeping time on your leg here. I did. And at first I thought it was because you were a little bit nervous, but I know that's a musician thing. So what do you think of all of this?
It's cool.
You're pretty remarkable. Do you know that? Levi, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Farmer.
Stop it! Do you really? Oh my God! Everybody leave my Ellen! Oh my God, you're the sweetest boy ever! Holy smokes! You're super impressive. I'm gonna need you to come stop by the courthouse and talk to some people. He's a competitive eater?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, well, I might give you a run for your money on that one. All right, so we did say that there are 2 actual recipients of this award. And at this point in time, there's so many people that are presenters that don't like to be in the limelight and who don't like to get up and talk in front of people. And I've actually had the pleasure of introducing this individual before. But this individual does a whole lot for our community and rarely gets kudos. You can start making your way, it's fine. I had the benefit of meeting this individual very early on in first coming to this community, and I realized she might know a guy. If you know Amy All at all, everyone is welcome to approach her to receive somebody who is the most generous with her time and generous with her thoughts, and her friends and her family are everything, as well as this community. So she has a nomination that is actually quite special to me as well. And I'm going to bring Amy All up.
No, I don't. And yes,
She loves this.
I'm old now, so I have to put on these.
No, she actually hates this.
Yes, she does.
So we were stalling for my person, but anyway, I'm sure you're all aware of the Foundation for Educational Excellence.
Yeah.
Teachers write us grants for items or events that are not covered by regular school funds. When a student writes us a grant, it is very rare. And when this young lady approached me for the following, I was not only blown away, but brought to tears. In this day and age, having a child want to make sure that all 1,201 students in her school felt included and special, made the decision to grant the funds very easy. Romeo Middle School does a Valentine's Day candygrams each year. They cost $1 for the students to send amongst themselves. Layla didn't want anyone to feel that they had no one to send them a kind note with a sucker. So she asked us to step in and purchase those suckers, and she would make sure that the notes were written by her leadership class and attached. It may seem like something very simple, but I am sure it changed one kid's mind on being accepted that day. Layla is a true leader on the football field, on the basketball court, which is what we were waiting for because she's a 9th grader on varsity and they won. With her church, and most importantly with her school. She cares that all are included, all of the time. These are the little things in life that many adults could learn from young adults on a daily basis. We don't always hear about them, but there is good in this world, and we are lucky enough to have it right here in our backyard. Layla Babbage, if you would come up here and accept the Chelsea Pasco Award, it is very well deserved.
Hey, Layla Babbage. Now many people, and I know this is going to sound crazy. So Layla, I've known since she was 4 years old. She and my daughter have been friends since they were that tiny. And to see, I'm just going to piggyback on this.
You're fine.
I did not know this until I received this information about when I was asked to MC of who was presenting and who was receiving the awards, that Layla was receiving this award.
Okay. I made it.
And I'm so proud, and I couldn't be more proud of Layla because Layla truly, just like Levi, I mean, I'm lucky enough that I get to have her in my home. And for her to set the example for my kids, for every kid, that she has the honor of, or they have the honor of being touched by Layla, not physically Layla, easy. But to know Layla is to love Layla. To know Layla is to know kindness. To know Layla is to know talent. To know Layla is to know goodness through and through. So Layla, did you win? Yes. Layla, how many points did you score? No idea. That means she scored a lot. So again, we have a nice, humble young lady here today. Everybody, do you want to say something to everyone? Hello. Thank you. Everybody, Layla, holy Babbage.
She got you.
Come up here. Oh my goodness, she's so sweaty. So gross. Oh, okay. That's fun. I have so many stories, and I can't share them. All right. So we've come to that point in the evening where I do think that we get to lower the lights so we can watch a little something on the video. I'm not over this yet. I'm telling you, am I the only one that knows? There we go.
Oh, you got the darkness.
I live in the darkness. All right, this is the way it is every year, though. And for some reason this year it wasn't, but that's okay. So, the Lifetime Achievement Award is an award that recognizes an individual with a long-term record who has made sacrifices of time and has shared their talents toward the betterment of the community through the corporate involvement, outstanding volunteerism, and visionary leadership. This presenter, so when you deal with somebody who deals with what this presenter deals with every single day, you don't really you don't get all the joy. But this presenter actually brings the joy to an otherwise very uncomfortable and difficult situation. This presenter I had the benefit of knowing about because this presenter will take a call from a family member in this community at 4 in the morning when a loved one passes away. This presenter will take your cat that you carry in a body bag with your 7-year-old who walks up and says, "That's my dead cat." No, actually he wasn't 7 yet, but that was my son who was 6 when our cat passed away. And we've never been treated better and cared for more when it was only a pet. So this presenter, I know doesn't know me as well as I know of him, but he's got some great things to say about our individual that is winning this award. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mark Malberg to the big microphone.
I didn't know we never met.
I know. Hi. How are you?
Yes, hi, Mark. Wrote everything down so I don't forget. So I can see. I'm good. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We are here to honor my father, Henry M. Malberg, the owner of the Henry M. Malberg Funeral Home. Henry is a kind, compassionate, gentle, and caring human being. Henry has built a reputation for being there for people in the worst of times, and many people in here can vouch for that. The Henry M. Malberg Funeral Home was established on June 10, 1985, with Henry M. Malberg and Belle Ann Boston, who are both here with us today, right here at the front table. Henry Malberg grew up in the next town just north of us. He originally wanted to be a police officer, but eventually got led into the funeral world, where he graduated from Wayne State University, the class of 1979. He worked for a couple years at other funeral homes before finally starting his own. I'm not going to go through the entire history of the building and business, but over the last 38 years, besides growing with the community, we have had it on numerous times to accommodate families, along with updating with the times such as renovations, both large chapels, parking lot, 170-gallon fish tank, things behind the scenes, kitchen area, and the list goes on. I want to end with, if anyone here in this room ever needs anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to my father, I, Amy, or Joe, who are all sitting up here at the front table. We are here to help. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to give you a quick tour of the funeral home. Pew's got an interesting story. I got two of them. They come out of the Catholic Church in Allington. I grew up on a big farm in Almont, and I had there were 7 of us kids. Holy day, any day, we were there, first one there, last one to leave. These pews here, and I got the one in the other chapels where everybody sits in the same pew when they go to church. And these were our pews. And my dad was my 3rd funeral I had here back in '85. He died young of lung cancer. Never smoked or drank in his life, and so my mom got remarried, and farm disbanded over the years. Right after that, basically, and so she had a tear to her eye when I told her these were our pews. So it goes. It's kind of neat. Like they got a lot of little stuff like that around here.
Such a good person. He would shirt off his back type of thing. He helped me out all the time. If he said, you need help with you need the tractor for something, and he's willing to drive the tractor to your house and help you out.
He has the biggest heart ever. He gives his time to everybody, never says no.
My dad is someone who always put up the good fight, as I say. He was started up his own business. He raised 3 kids. He had 2 jobs, along with my mom, who also had 2 jobs, if you include the funeral home.
He's just been a wonderful person that I've been working with.
This was, at one time, this was my embalming room here, which is not no more, obviously. And then, quick thing with these pictures, these came off of an 1890s church in Mount Clemens. And my old boss in Mount Clemens had the glass. And I said, no, he always wanted to know if I wanted them, but they were interior doors, they were junk doors. So it's perfect for a funeral home with the crosses on them. But there's got some history to them too. I've lived around here my whole life. And I went from farming to funeral directing, and the farm couldn't support me when I turned 18. So I decided to go to college and try something else. Ended up going to 5 or 6 colleges in 5 years by the time I was done. Then I bounced around, worked at Centerline as my apprenticeship, Mount Clemens for 2 years. Then I came to Almont for 3 years. And the last year I was with him, he bought the other funeral home in Romeo. So I kind of run that, and then it didn't work out, and I approached the guy about my building that I got now back in '85, and made a deal that I bought it back in '85, and over the years I've expanded it. I put 4 additions on, about 4 additions on the parking lot. So basically I got a building that's functional now and can handle the bigger families in the area.
We lived at the funeral home till I was 8, so I always have memories of him being downstairs working with the suit on. That's just how it was growing up for many, many years. Yeah, he's just always working.
The thing that always comes to mind about my dad is when it was before I started playing football. It was like the day before tryouts or something the next day, and he's like, I'm like, Dad, I don't know if I really want to do this. And his main quote was, well, what else better you got to do? And then there was a pause, and he goes, okay, I guess you're going to the football thing tomorrow. And I use that today with my kids.
For 25 years, I was the only one here. Now my son Mark has taken over, does the day-to-day activities. We hired another lady, Jo, who makes a lot of arrangements and helps out wherever she needs to be. And then I got Amy that does a lot of my cleaning. So I come every day, but I'm doing less and less every day, and I'm leaving earlier every day.
Like, my favorite thing that he says is he's like, I got him laughing, because he's always, kind of trying to make maybe a sad situation better, or, kind of talk to people. And, things don't always go the way you think they're going to go sometimes. And, he just kind of improvises sometimes, and it works out.
Well, from what I've learned over the last 3 years, he started with nothing and has worked his way up to 38 years of a great service for the community. It's been incredible.
He was on the fire department, he was on the Kiwanis, on the Chamber of Commerce. He tells the story of he was in the Peach Festival parade 3 different times, in the front, the middle, and then towards the end. So yeah, he's been around this community for many, many years.
Since, it's going on almost 40 years he's had the funeral home now. And when you walk in, it's the Henry Malberg Funeral Home, and when you walk in, you see him, or now my brother. And it's just being here during, whether they walk through the door or you place that phone call.
With Mark and I, we're here all the time, and they have any questions, we answer our own phones, which very few funeral homes answer their own phones.
Before portable phones were even that good, my dad installed a school bell that used to ring on the side of the funeral home every time the phone would ring. So if he was out working in the yard, he'd have to book it in to be able to answer the phone, because that was his job, was to be here for whoever called.
They feel comfortable with us. We try to treat them like our own families. We still enjoy it. We still want to get more active in the community, so more people get to know us. So that way, if they do have a question, they know who we are. Like I said, my son Mark kind of taking over everything now, and he's doing the day-to-day stuff. Like I said, I come put a suit on and try to look important some days. But no, it's working out. He's a good kid, and everything's getting done.
This is who he is. He is a funeral director, and he loves the town. He loves the community, and he would do anything for anybody in this community, period.
I'm proud. I'm glad to work here, and he's a great boss, and he deserves it.
And I've only been here 3 years, but it's well-deserved.
It's in our DNA. I get asked about it all the time. There's a new movie on Amazon right now with Tommy Lee Jones where he's a funeral director, and everyone's asking me about that. So it's a part of my DNA. Even though I didn't go into the family business, he acts as a role model for not only his kids, but his grandkids. I'm very thankful, and congrats again.
You want to come on up? Now we can turn on the lights. My stars. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Very well deserved.
It's been a long 39 years. I always wanted to be a farmer like Levi wants to be. I got my old tractors in my barn at home, so that's it gets me away from the building. go city and scream and yell and maybe swear a couple times at the tractors when they don't run, but yeah, I know I'm not making a living from them, so I can live with it. But I'd like to thank my family, my wife of 42 years, Belle, and my daughter and son and 2 sons, and Jody and Amy, my 2 cute little granddaughters, Amelia and Elsie. They're trying to keep awake over there. But I appreciate everything. This town is, I've been around here for a long time, almost 40 years now, and I'm not as active as I used to be in it. Got a bad knee to show it, but no, it was always entertaining to help the community out. I mean, I was out there when they pulled the flag on, when the engine plant opened. I was the president chamber at that time. You know, all the Quanta stuff that's gone on over the years. I mean, great club. A few of the members are here today, Scott and Mr. All over there. And well, I got to thank Donna over there. I think she's the one that nominated me. Yeah, I heard them, so but thank you, Donna. And just like I said, I know a lot of people. Like I said, our business, you see them every 14 years. They figure that's the average where you're responsible for making arrangements for somebody, you know, on the average over your life. So it's not like, you know, you don't see them, so you got a one chance in 14 years not to screw up, basically. So you want them to come back to the 28th year, you got to not screw up the 14th year. So it's you know, you try to keep everything going. I mean, no one's perfect, and we can. We've been working with people for so long now that you know, we just enjoy the families that we deal with. Thank you for the award.
If Henry's family would like to come up in the front of the screen so we can get a shot of you, all of you together. Your ward, Henry. So as we end this night, I got carried away with giving Debbie her award and acknowledgement, but I need Joe Warden to come up here. Joe Warden has been our president through 2020, 2022, and 2023. He has been an instrumental leader in getting us to where we are today with this rebranding, our expansion. He was part of our strategic visionary group, and he is just a die-hard, work-hard gentleman. And I am honored that he has been our president. And so with that, here you go. Joe is passing the torch to Eric McClure. And Eric happens to be in Florida right now with his wife and daughter celebrating their birthdays. On behalf of the board of directors and the office staff, I'd like to thank everybody for attending tonight. This is always one of our favorite events that we host to acknowledge the great people we have in our community and just community, chamber, just all around a wonderful Northern Macomb Regional Chamber group of people. Tonight, before you leave, if I could get the winners up here for pictures. And I thank everybody for coming tonight.
I'm here with Henry Malberg of the Henry Malberg Funeral Home. You are the Emma winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award. And did you know you were getting this, or how did you feel when you got it?
No, I heard about it 3 days ago. You know, my son had to say why we're coming here. So I mean, so I knew it. Then my other two children came with Mark, my other son. So, you know, we're all going to meet here today and you know, have a party with it. But yeah, it was shocking when I heard it the first time. You know, yeah,
and 38 years.
Yeah,
38 years in the business.
That's a long time. Yeah, they said I'm the only new funeral home in Macomb County in whatever 50 years. You know, and I started a place for myself, and you know, and it's still going, and now it's a second generation. So it's going good. Yeah.
And we talked to your son earlier, and he said that the reason you stayed in business so long is that you sort of reinvested in the business and built it up.
I grew up on a farm. I mean, if you had any extra money, a farmer don't have money. I mean, if you have money, you put it back in your farm. That's how you stay going. That's what I've been doing from day one. You know, put an addition on, fix the parking lot up, you know, try to make the place more appealing to people. And then, you know, once you have a family and you treat them right, they'll probably come back. You know, it's hard to lose a family, especially in our business. When I'm the only one there, you know, they get to know me, and you know, they feel comfortable. You know, and that's how you get repeat business in any business, really, for that matter. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, how long do you envision this business going on?
Well, right now to 2035 is when the baby boomers are all dying. I mean, it's our generation, and after that, who knows? But I mean, there's always going to be a celebration of life. You know, the tradition of funerals are probably going to get less and less over the years, but people still celebrate a life. That's what you live for. So they'll be simpler, but they'll be more creative. And you know, a lot of funeral homes are now going to a luncheon type thing, where you come in there and basically you don't have no cremation, no body, no nothing, but you come there and have dinner and talk about the person. I see that coming into being more, you know, with the new type of funerals going on. Yeah.
Well, quite a visionary, but also congratulations on the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the Mitt TV presentation of the Emma Award, the 21st Annual Emma Awards, presented by the North Macomb Regional Chamber of Commerce. For all our people here at the Mitt TV, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time right here on the Mitt TV.